For more on this, I'm joined by Kirkegaard from the German Marshall Fund in Brussels. Thanks so much for taking the time to speak with us here on Euronews Tonight. How much will this intervention by the top US Democrat have an impact on the UK's position going into these negotiations?
Well, I think, first of all, it's important to recognize that none of this should be a surprise to the UK. Nancy Pelosi has said something similar before. So it was always going to be the case that if the British government took actions that would in some way or another reimpose the requirement for a border on the island of Ireland, then it would lead to the end of trade negotiations between the UK and the US, or at least never a chance of this deal passing. But I think actually the ramifications of this will be far more serious, not just related to trade only, but in a whole host of other issues between the US and the UK.
I mean, that's certainly true if the US Democrats keep their hold of power inside the House after the elections. Boris Johnson's had a mostly positive relationship with the Trump administration. Does that mean that their hopes of signing a trade deal are inexorably linked with the Republicans winning the election in November?
Well, I think actually if this deal, this internal market bill in the UK goes ahead, there is likely to be zero chance, irrespective of who wins the presidential election, because I don't think anybody is betting that the Republicans are going to take over the House of Representatives and therefore have control of both houses of Congress, because that would be required if such a deal were to pass. The reality is also that the Biden administration, potentially Biden administration, senior advisors, Anthony Blinken and others have already made it clear that a potential Biden administration would strongly oppose these moves, and they would certainly end trade negotiations with the UK, in my opinion, if they were to come to power, if this bill is implemented in London.
Kirkegaard joining us there from the German Marshall Fund in Brussels. Thank you very much.